Remember this crusty old tub? Well, now it's a walk-in. I meant to say shower, but I cut myself off. Have you ever wondered how to get rid of your cast iron tub? Well, I'm here to show you exactly how. And be prepared for some major demolition. Okay, so this is not the major demolition part, obviously, but you do have to get rid of the simple hardware first. Take out the shower glass doors if you have them, take out the framing, and take out your overflow hole cover. Now on to the good stuff. This is stone, so it kind of broke my heart that I had to get rid of an entire layer of it. Which means I have to take this one off, this one off, this one off. You get the reason I cracked open a little hole at first with my chisel is because I wanted to see how deep the tub went. There are different methods to removing tile, but I like to use my little chisel and a hammer. One piece, baby. That is nice stuff. Sometimes I forget how strong I am. Okay, even though I got that one piece in one piece, I was not able to do that for... My heart. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So freaking pretty, holy shit. But to be completely fair to myself, I don't think it's very normal to take out giant pieces of stone tile that are this big and this heavy all in one piece. I thought I would have some luck because, as you can see, whoever installed these tiles did not do a very proper installation. Okay, so once you are completely finished with your demolition, you can admire it from above the tub. Okay, so this was probably the most frustrating part, simply finding out that the tub was indeed cast iron, which I could argue is the hardest material of bathtub to demolish. I was really hoping for ceramic, you know, or steel, but I got cast iron, my friends. Okay, so now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Some contractors will tell you to use a multitude of different tools. I used a reciprocating saw and a sledgehammer, and let me tell you, without a sledgehammer, you are not going to get this tub out. Okay, that bent the saw. I had an old sledgehammer, and after about 3 hits, it broke, so I had to get a new sledgehammer, which you will see in a second. But I persevered and I didn't want to lose my momentum, so I just used the head of the sledgehammer for a little while and it worked, but that was not good for my back at all. You want to make sure that you're using a metal cutting blade on your reciprocating saw. And as you can see, it's really tough to get the first dent in, but once you get going, you can cut through a bit easier. The bottom line is you want to get this in as little pieces as possible, just because it makes picking up the leftover mess a little bit easier and you have less sharp objects, tiny sharp objects. So use your sledgehammer, use the reciprocating saw, and just keep going. Don't give up, because eventually you will break this down. And the technique that I ended up using, so exhausting, is trying to break this into 2 pieces. I was determined to create a crack straight down the middle. This is going to be exhausting, so just make sure you take breaks, go outside, breathe some fresh air. Just take care of yourself, because this is a lot of work. I'm gonna fast forward through most of this now because it's more of the same repetitive techniques. And just to reiterate, I only used my reciprocating saw and a sledgehammer, and I did the same moves over and over and over. The next thing you will absolutely need is a crowbar. And I learned this quote from another GC, but leverage is everything, and he was not wrong. Leverage. I understand it is not typical for a female to demolish a cast iron tub, and there aren't a lot of women in this field in general, so I really appreciate you watching and recognizing that we are very much capable of all the demolition. Hell yeah. This is amazing. This feels amazing. Wow. Oh, this was great. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. Oh, yes. I did it. I did it. Holy shit. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. I am so proud of myself for doing this absolutely alone. Please subscribe if you want to watch all of my demolition projects, all of my DIY. Love you guys.